Hello, welcome to the Jerome Bee Farm. It's October 1st, 2017, and last time I was in this hive was on the 12th of September, and my last bee video was in this hive, and I had found a virgin queen, but she was not laying yet. So next step is to go in here and check it out, and hopefully we find a laying queen, and if not, this hive is going to have to be combined with another hive. Getting this late in the year, it's too late to be messing with getting another queen started, unless I bought a laying queen and put in here, and there's no sense in doing that. I've got plenty of hives here that could be combined with that are smaller size. So with that, I'm going to get in here and hopefully we find a laying queen with some eggs. Last time I found her, she was down in this bottom box, and so I'm going to get down in there and see what we find. So I have not looked in this hive, so I don't know what we're going to find. So I guess we'll go through it together, and I'll get some close-ups of whatever I find. Got me some pine needles. We were at the state park Friday night, and there were some pine trees, and I loaded up. So it's about half leaves and half pine needles in there. Hopefully it'll stay lit. Okay, here we go. I've got two lids on here just mainly because this has my notes on it, so it's just sitting on there. There's no function to it. This is where I keep the feeder up here. So you can see there's a pretty good population of bees in there. Well, looks like they're mostly on that center frame still. So check here for a queen. No queen, don't see any hive beetles either. So this center frame is the only one that had comb on it, and I were hoping they'd draw these two here out. So if they don't, I'm going to combine this down into a single deep 10 frame hive instead of a double deep 5. They'll be able to stay warmer in the winter that way. Get these beetle traps out. This time of year the bees don't draw the comb out real well. Even if they've got, you know, plenty of sugar water, they just don't seem to want to do it. So this is going to be a blank frame. I was hoping they'd start drawing these outside ones out, but no, that thing looks exactly like it did 2 weeks ago. No queen. So it'd be really cool if I find some eggs up here. But if I remember right, this was mostly nectar they were storing up top. So there's really no place for the queen to lay if she were laying. And it's all shiny nectar and pollen. So fairly calm. That's a good thing. As you can see, mostly nectar, a little bit of pollen on there. Same thing on this side. So there's no place for the queen to lay on this frame if she wanted to. There's a little bit on the edges, but that's not typical what they would do. So hopefully I find her down in the bottom. Let me go ahead and peek at this one real quick, just in case she's up here on it. Nope. No. So it looks like they are drawing this out a little bit right there, but not much. So we'll put this back together. Go down one box. Get them straightened up. Get the beetle traps back. This one's a little harder to get off because I got this Swiffer pad down here. Got some beetles in it. Kind of hard exposure right here, but you see the Swiffer pad, little black dots. Those are small hive beetles that are stuck. You see there's no bees there, just the beetles. Try and get the exposure set here. I'm half in the shade and half in the sun, so it's kind of, you can see them suckers in there. So I'll set that aside and go in here and see what we can find. Last time there were 2 beetles caught in this. Looks like there's 6 or 7 now. Ah, one just took off. See, there's one bee stuck right there. Never pass up a chance to kill a beetle. I'm going to start on this side because she was on this frame here last time. So nothing over there as expected. So I see some drones in there. They haven't kicked the drones out yet. Wow, look at all those beetles. So I see mostly pollen right here. All this is pollen. So usually across from pollen you'll have your brood. So I'm hoping on this next frame I'm going to find eggs and brood in there from the new queen. But she's not on this frame. Okay, awesome. I see capped brood, which is perfect. Which means I got a laying queen. So you can see all the capped brood. I haven't looked yet for eggs, but I'm assuming since I've got capped brood that I've got eggs. So I haven't looked real close for the queen yet on here either, which seems likely to be on here or the other side of this frame. Okay, this is the other side, and right here is the queen, if I can find her. Right there, center of the frame. So I got really lucky. This queen got out and mated and made it back in one piece and is laying now. So I should mark her, but I think I'm going to let her settle in for a little longer so I can make sure she does okay. There's a bee right there with a bunch of pollen on him. Her. I noticed a lot of pollen coming into this hive. Yesterday I was down here looking at it and I saw pollen coming in. So the queen is in the center of the frame, so I know she's safe. So I'm going to get these two frames together as fast as possible so there's no risk of smashing the queen. Still trying to work on that exposure. It ain't happening. So that's good. Ant. So this hive seems to be pretty strong now. They got a fresh queen. She looked pretty good. She looked like she was good sized. I'm going to scoot that in this direction a little bit. Might make it a little easier to get the lid off. They're after those beetles. They don't want to leave them alone. So next step with this hive, like I said, will be move it up to a standard size box like these here, those wide ones that'll hold 10 frames, and it'll just be one high, and they'll get through the winter like that. So I do have some boxes, I just got to get them put together and painted. Go ahead and put a quart of food on here. This is 2 to 1, 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. That's what you put on in the fall for winter stores. It's a lot thicker. Okay, that's it for this video. Go ahead and make my note here. 10-1. Put a Q and an R for queen right, and put 2 dots over the Q, which means I saw the queen. And that takes care of that. So there's no need to put this brick up here anymore like this, because it's queen right now. Everything's good to go. So I'm just going to leave this big brick here for weight. So if we get a big wind, that adds a lot of inertia to this so it won't blow over. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.